The body is the messenger, and it brings us messages to share with us, to show us how we can heal ourselves. The mind is the most powerful thing. It can create problems, and it can also solve them. It can heal the body with your intentions and your creativity and your manifestation. With your thoughts, you can create anything. Your thoughts are stored within the body. And when there are emotional problems and it is too difficult to express them and deal with them, very often they are pushed down into the subconscious mind. But at the same time, they are pushed down within the body also. And those energies of emotions accumulate until eventually they will manifest as symptoms. But in the same way as you create those energies, you can also dissolve them and transmute them to create great healing for yourself. Each organ within the body and each system houses the emotions which you do not deal with and express. Anger is stored in the liver. Fear is stored in the kidneys. Grief and loss and sadness are together in the lungs. And guilt is stored in the large intestine. And when there is no love, then those feelings become stored in the heart. The body is like a library, and each part of it brings you a message to let you know what is happening there. The kidneys store fear and anxiety and panic attacks and all sorts of deep emotions. For when you enter into the energy of the kidneys, you are going very deep into the subconscious. The kidneys are ruled by the water element, which is representative of the emotions. But the inner child also resides in the kidneys. All healing goes back to the inner child. Everything. For it is the child who is wounded. And the child carries those wounds throughout life, repeating those patterns which were first planted deep within in childhood. So to get to the roots and the bottom of any healing, you need to trace back and be like a detective and deal with all the issues in your life and always go back to the child within. When you feel that you are ready for deep inner child healing, there are many ways to do this, but you can enter into the energy of the kidneys, and that will create the most powerful healing. The body is your temple, but every organ is also like a temple, a very sacred temple, but the body is sacred. But we can go into these temples within and find great healing. Let me take you into the temple of the kidney so that you may unite and heal your inner child. I'm going to take you into one of your kidneys, and it doesn't matter at all which kidney it is. Open your mind. Open it completely, for this is deeply mystical. There is so much about the body which will be discovered in years to come, for it carries the entirety of our history. But let us make the journey into the kidney. Feel yourself dressed in blue, because blue or black, they are both the colors associated with the kidneys, for they are the colors of water, the element of the kidneys. Feel yourself dressed in blue and stand before one of your kidneys in your body. Go inside your body and stand before one of your kidneys. You will see a door, and the door opens and you cross the threshold. And you find yourself inside a temple. The walls are painted blue. And you look around. There is a fountain of water here. You look upon the altar and there is a blue crystal chalice. There are blue candles burning. And there are blue flowers in vases around the temple. You look around and you take in all that you see. But then you notice in one corner of the temple, there is someone huddled up. And your heart goes out to them. Well, why are they hiding? You slowly move towards them. And as you approach, you see that it is a child protecting itself. And you reach out your hand and you say, please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And the child stands up and takes your hand. And what a surprise, for this is your own inner child, the child within. And you see this child as you were at a certain age in your childhood. And you wrap your arms around the child and you hold it and you love it. You hold it so close. And the child begins to cry. There is such a feeling of relief that the child has been found and is loved. And you hold it and love it. You then take the child and the two of you sit close together. And you sit. And you talk. You ask the child to tell you how it is feeling. And the child, which is you, speaks to you from the age of which it is at, as you see before you. It may even be a particular moment in time, a particular day. And the child speaks to you and opens its heart. And it tells you how it is feeling. It may speak of its pain or its loneliness or its anger. The child shares with you in total openness and honesty how it is feeling. And as the child reveals things to you, you realize that some of these emotions have traveled with you throughout your life. And some of these emotions are still within you. But as the child reveals them, you feel yourself recognizing all the things it speaks about. And it shares all that it is feeling. When the child has emptied out, you take their hand and you begin to walk around the temple. For this temple is symbolic of all those emotions which have been held in within you and within your child. You look around to see if there is anything in this temple which represents the things the child has shared with you. Look around. Are there any dead flowers in stale water? Is there any dust in here? Is the water in the fountain crystal clear? Are there any objects in here, like pictures or statues, which represent old emotional pain? Take a look. Everything is symbolic of what has been held within. If there is dust, then clean the temple. If there are old flowers or dirty water, then with your mind, see yourself transmuting them into something fresh and clear. If there are pictures or objects which are not positive, then remove them and also transform them into something beautiful and healing and positive. As you walk around the temple, there is such a feeling of joy as you remove and transform the things which do not belong in here anymore, for they represent old, held in emotions. And the energy begins to become lighter and lighter. You make sure that everything is so clean and clear. And you may wish to sprinkle all sorts of wonderful things in here. Whatever comes to you, sunshine, sparkling water, crystalline light, whatever you feel. You may wish to sing with the child and walk around the temple and sing into every part of it to lift the vibrations. You clear and clear. And when the healing has taken place, for it is a healing, you look at your child and your child is smiling and the light has returned. Hand in hand, you walk to the altar, and upon the altar is the blue chalice, and in the chalice is blue healing waters. And you take the chalice and you drink it between you, sharing it and giggling and feeling the blue waters enter into your being to bring you healing. And you place the chalice back on the altar. You lift up your child and hold it. And you sit down again and hold your child, and you tell the child how much you love them. And the most beautiful light and energy fills both of you. So much love, so much love. And eventually, in all that love, the child blends with you so that you and the child become as one. And you put your hand on your heart and you speak to the child within and you say, I love you. I will now take care of you always. I love you.